Okay, so one tip, when you're solving these logarithmic equations, you must check to make sure answer does not make any argument negative. So the argument always has to be positive when we're solving these. So if we get an answer, like in the last problem, we had positive 6 and negative 6. We said, well, we can't use the negative 6 because then the argument would be negative. So you always have to check that. Okay, so what we're going to do here, you'll notice you have two logarithms on the left, right? So we're going to condense it. We're going to make it log base 2. And then I'm going to make this x times x minus 2. So I'm taking the addition out and putting it back as multiplying those arguments with one logarithm. So it goes back to 10.4 when we were condensing a logarithmic expression. Okay. Now you might look at this and say, well, what am I going to do? I don't have a logarithm on the right. I only have one on the left. What we're going to do is we're going to change it to exponential form. So it's a little bit different process than the last example. So you're always going to look at what they give you and what you can do. Because they don't give us a log on the left and a log on the right. We can't just like make one up. So we have to go with a different approach. And so we're going to change to exponential form. A lot of times I tell students, if you're stuck on a problem and it's got a logarithm, try changing it to exponential form. Or if it's in exponential form and you're stuck, try changing it to logarithm form. Okay, so we're going to do that by taking the base 2. We're going to raise it to the third power, and it's going to equal the argument, which is x times x minus 2. Okay, well, we know what 2 cubed is. It's 8. And we know how to distribute, so we're going to get x squared minus 2x on the right-hand side. This is a quadratic equation. So subtract the 8. And this factors. You could use the quadratic formula if you wanted to, but it's going to factor nicely. And so I'm going to get two solutions. I'm going to get x equals 4 and x equals negative 2. Now, I have to check these. Check. Like I was talking about at the beginning of this problem, I have to check the arguments. Can I put a 4 in here? Yeah, 4 is okay. Can I put a 4 in there? Yeah, because 4 minus 2 is positive, so 4 is okay. What about the negative 2? Nope, negative 2 is not going to work right off the bat. If I put a negative 2 in there, that's going to make the argument negative. So negative 2 doesn't work this time. All right. So the answer is just x equals 4. So we have to check those. And it doesn't just mean if your answer is negative, it's not going to work. You have to check because it'll depend on what they give you. Okay,